Shalom, shalom. What's up? What's up, little brother? I mean, little boy. I'm bugging. What's up, little boy? What's up, Christopher? Again, speak and see if they can hear you, partner.
Peace was good. It's your bro Pineal 1990.
But can y'all hear Pineal clear? Can y'all hear him loud and clear, y'all? A little test run. We doing a little test run. Speak again, Pineal.
Testing 1 2 1 2. It's your bro Pineal 1990.
Can y'all hear him?
I hear myself.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. That's what's up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you hear him? Okay. Okay. That's what's up. Yeah. Shalom, everybody. Shalom. Shalom. Marshall. Shalom, Alwyn. Shalom, Kevin Johnson. What's up, brother Christopher? Yeah. Me and Pineal is going. He hosting me today because my wife is busy right now. You know. So we in the building. So the brother gonna be dropping about racism and how racism started. So he gonna give us a nice lecture on that joint. Y'all ready for that? What's up, Piff? What's up, my brother? Yeah,
What up, Chad?
Man, he in the building today. Yep. What's up, Demonte? What's up, brother? Said I was about to sleep. It was 1 a.m. here. Sorry, I know, like the time difference. Yeah, it's a time difference. Yeah, what's up, Joey Hernandez? What's good, brother? What's good? What's up?
Hey, Piff. Who's that? Chris? I see y'all. I see what y'all be doing now. Doing something. What's good?
Time is different. Always get me. Yeah.
Yeah, the comments are hard to keep up with sometimes. I think they go kind of fast.
Yeah. It's all love though. Yeah, no doubt, Alwyn. No doubt, Alwyn. Yeah, so we're gonna get into last week, Friday, we had like not really an altercation, but it was more of a kind of a disrespectful individual, but it was about race. It was about interracial couples dating, and some people in this world have a problem with. Yeah. She was ignorant. Yeah, but we ain't get into that. We gonna get into something else. But this is an issue that we have in society to where people don't understand how the whole race thing came about. So I'm gonna let Pineal basically break that down on from his perspective. How did this start? Oh, hold on. Like how did this start? So go ahead, Pineal.
Alright, peace, Chad. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to Family Table Talk. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that like button, you know what I'm saying? Show some love to the fans. My name is Pineal 1990. I'm a YouTuber. I'm also a musician known as Mike X. And I like to get into topics regarding racial situations and history and whatnot. And throughout my research, I have stumbled upon many sources, National Geographic, Discovery, history, Western civilization, many books.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Hello. He said sorry. Just the microphone. Y'all can't hear him. You can't hear him. I just think he's on. Oh yeah. He's on his phone, but you can't hear him loud and clear. The mic is low.
Yo.
Lee.
Oh man.
It's corny, yo. He said I can hear him.
Yeah, I hear everything loud and clear.
Who can't hear? Everybody here.
Who can't hear him? Said you got him on the phone, Pops. Yeah, he's on the phone. He's on his phone. But like they can't hear him, so how can he? We can make it louder. He said I can barely hear. Yeah. He said they can barely hear you. See, this is what I was afraid of with the thing. Where the speakers at? Where the speakers at? Give me the speakers. Let me see if I can put the speakers in. What, in here?
No, because
Oh yeah, that's true.
you don't have like enough.
So how can they hear them then? That's what I'm saying.
What did he? We had it plugged in though.
So I got no
Actually,
earphone.
yeah. Hold up.
We've had them plugged in.
I
Dear.
got it.
Yeah, we Dark Side Beach is good. Yo, it's been I don't know why it's just been happening. We're not sure how it's happening besides the enemy. But yeah, we're not sure how it's happening. But
How about now? Can y'all hear him now?
Set up.
How about now? Can y'all hear him now, loud and clear?
And
That's way better.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
all right,
He's on the speakers.
1 2.
all right. It can hear you now.
Now they saying now Jay goes and say, oh wait, Arnil can't hear you too much. Hold on. There you go. Pitch that, there you go. Hold
Yeah,
on.
they're good,
hold on.
they're
You
good.
good?
Yeah, okay, yeah, they good. Go ahead.
Good?
Yeah, we good.
Alright. First, I would like to thank Family Table Talk for allowing me to co-host today. I appreciate y'all. You know, you, Liz, Precious Life, the whole fan, man. Y'all awesome people, and I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, man.
No
For real.
doubt. We love you too, brother. We love you too.
Second, y'all don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, you know what I'm saying, and tune in for more, because we always got insight for you. You know what I'm saying? We as in the family, because we all family here. You feel me? Today's concept, Pop's already put y'all onto it, is regarding race. For me, it is the history of how racism came to be. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because of what happened last week. You know, whoever was here, y'all understand. He already put y'all onto that. So my sources, because everybody's always asking, oh, what's your source? My sources is National Geographic, for one. The books, not the TV, the books. I used to collect a lot of that. Also, Western Civilization history book. This book is as fake as a law book. Western Civilization law book, history book, excuse me. For TV, Discovery Channel, things of that nature, and any history book that you could touch, pretty much, on how all this came to be. It's a misconception. It's a huge misconception. The whole racism thing is a huge misconception, and I'm going to break down a quick history lesson on how that came about so that people could get out of their comfort zone of being discomforted by race. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever's got their high horse up, I'm telling you right now, you're going to get off it today. All right. So, prior to the Mesopotamian Sumerian age, people didn't have colonies and kingdoms and temples or even pyramids. You know, like none of this existed. We were just tribal. And everybody was just living on their own before the continent separated. You know, we were all in what is known as the Cape of Good Hope, aka Africa, before the continent separated. So it was all one big thing. So it really wasn't China or Africa or anything. It was just one big continent. And before they separated, everybody had their own cultures, everybody had their own complexion and all this stuff. Like, the lands were different back then. The environment was totally different. There was different environments. Like, what's hot today was probably warm back then. You know what I'm saying? So I'm bringing that up for a reason. So when the continent separated, that's when situations began to change, and that's when people who wandered the world sought out means to find better land for better resources, because some lands were more blessed than others. And the ones that were more blessed than others ended up creating, ended up going to other territories saying, "Hey, I got cows. I see you got sheep. You know, how about I trade a cow for a sheep, or two sheep for one cow, you know," and that's how the trading process began. So I'm just, y'all hear me out, because it's all gonna link up. It's all gonna link up. The trading process began, and with the trading process, those who had were trading with each other, and they started to grow and grow and grow, and like it got to the point where someone would have hunters, and the other one would have farmers, and then the other one would have a place for those farmers to sleep. So it's like they end up becoming one thing, and that's how kingdoms began to form. You feel me? Right? So at those times, the only form of racism was prejudice. It's just, if you're too different, you know, people can't click with you very well, and that's even in the animal kingdom. But it didn't become a race thing until certain classes, because that's what it really started with. Racism started with classism. They got those who were hiring others who had, but those who had not were not able to provide. So they ended up being with the civilians, while the other ones ended up being, like, you got the kings, and then you got what they call the peasants and stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Man, that's crazy.
There were countries, there were other territories that would go to another land, and if they saw a particular group of people that were indigenous and didn't have kingdoms and castles, they would consider them inferior to them, because they had, and in their eyes, their castle was done having, and these people in the villages, in their own little villages with teepees and stuff, they would have not. So they would snatch these people up. And, you know, you already know the story. They'll take over their villages and all that. Still, racism did not exist yet. It was just classism. However, as some were enslaved and taken in to the other territories, the ones who pillaged them and such, as the ones who were enslaved, the children of the ones who were enslaved saw a particular color of those who are being enslaved, and it created an inception that maybe maybe the people who are this color are like this. It started with the Arabs, and it started with the Arabs with the Africans. They saw too many Africans were being they considered them simple-minded and inferior. These are not my quotes. These are the quotes of ancient Arabs, and these are not the quotes of Arabs today. I'm making that clear. The ancient Arabs actually saw African people as inferior because they didn't have any structure, and they was really just living by the law of the land. And it was the children actually that saw it as a race thing. And from there you can figure out where it goes from there. You know, the next generation follows on to that.
So let me ask you a question though. So you said it was the Arabs that felt that way towards the Africans?
Yeah, the Arabs actually said, like, they actually quoted that this is their quote again, not mine.
Right.
That basically anybody in that land was inferior, that they was just simple-minded and easy to control.
Right.
That's what the ancient Arabs said.
All right.
Yeah, they were actually the first slave owners of that light.
So it was.
A lot of people don't know that.
So the Arabs was basically the first slave owners back then.
Yeah, like that kind of slave, like basically like brutality slaves, because, you know, as you and I discussed, slavery was actually before it was brutal, it was actually mutual.
Right.
mutual. You know, like people actually was just like, hey, you got a beautiful daughter. I will crop your landscape for 10, 15 years if you let me have your daughter after I'm done.
Right,
Like,
right.
sure, fine. Prove
Right.
yourself, you know?
Right.
That was actually the original form of service.
Right.
Serving was just someone who served. That's all it was.
Right.
But it was a misconception, you know, and that classism still exists to this day. That's where you can, and some people think that is about race. Like some people could be so rich that all they see is their race in that category, and they automatically think that anybody else that's not of their race is basically inferior to them. It's a huge misconception. Nobody's better than anybody. We're all flesh and blood, black, white, brown. I don't care if you're blue. And yes, there were blue people, but that's not today's talk. we're all human. Like, I ain't talking about aliens either, man. We're talking about that crazy inbreeding stuff.
Right.
But yeah, like yeah, so that's the gist of it, you know. Like, if anybody has any problem with a particular race, y'all gotta understand that it's embedded in your DNA to hate this race because of what your ancestors went through. That's all it is. It's not a natural thing. That's why your babies do not care about race. It is not in us to care about a color. We don't care about that. We care about being fed and being nurtured. We care about being nurtured when we're babies. That's all we care about, you know. We see every other race like, hey, friend, you know, everybody's a friend. So we need to take heed to what the children are teaching us, because adults always tell kids to share and do all this, but we're not, you know what I'm saying, we're not showing improvement. So whoever is racist, first of all, when you put an if in front of something, that means you love it. A pianist, someone who loves playing the piano. A journalist, someone who loves writing journals, you know. A racist, someone who loves their own race. That's all it is. You love your race to a biased point. But it's not about you, and it's not about your race. We are all one race, the human race. We're one blood. At the end of the day, we are all in this world together. You gotta get out of that high horse. Pop Duke said it. Get off that high horse. Hit him, Pop.
That's how they be. Is they feel some, like the people of other nations feel like they better, like he said, of class and of people that have money. Like when you read the Willie Lynch letter, it says that in there, it's basically saying that we're gonna separate, and I'm paraphrasing, we're gonna separate y'all from not only your skin, but where you live. Some people live in the hill, some people live in the valley, some people live, you know, and so people feel like they better because they have more, and the ones that have less hate the ones that have more because they have less. So it's all divide and conquer at the end of the day.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all it is.
The people who create all these racial like the KKK and all this stuff, like these are organizations that were founded by one organization, and that's today as what we know as Masons. Like that was actually 33rd degree Masons that graduated and created their own organization. That's all it was. But they're all black, white, Asian. They're all one race. They don't. I mean, not one race. They're all one. Pretty much one race, the human race. You know, I mean, and I don't mean in the law term of humans. I mean, that's a different term for humans. I mean, in just like basically being one of this planet that we call the Earth. You know.
So basically what you're saying is like when you have a black child and a white child, and they grow up in the same home, they, unless they taught about the skin color, otherwise they wouldn't even feel those type, like they wouldn't even have those type of, like they wouldn't have that mindset if they wasn't taught that you was different from me and from you by skin color. Basically, what you're saying.
Well, in their case, the most they would probably have is sibling rivalry, and that's about it. And it depends on where that can go, you know. But other than that, they're good.
Right.
You know, I've seen it. I've seen it. You know, you could see that. You could see how it homes with different races and I mean, shoot, I got family like that. So, and they're good. They're chilling. It's only until somebody brings race up that race becomes a matter of, you know what I'm saying, of important matter to whoever's hearing it, you know?
So let me ask you a question about this though. And like I know about it, but I want them to hear from another perspective from somebody else. Can you break down to them what is melanin? What is the purpose of having melanin in their skin?
Melanin, actually, everybody has melanin, but there's different levels to it. It's like, all right, if you take bread, say for example, you take bread, when you toast it, it gets darker. That's pretty much melanin. You're able to get darker from the sunlight. The sun would be the toast, basically. Egypt actually, before it was a dark Egypt, it was actually like more of a brown tone Egypt. And then what's their name? The Latin type. Come on, don't fail me now, brain. Hey, anybody that saw 300, who was those guys that they was fighting? It's on the tip of my tongue, man.
Which ones though? Which ones they was fighting though? Which ones?
The ones that was wearing the turbans and stuff. They weren't Arabs. It was another word.
Yeah. I forgot their names too. Yeah. I forgot their but they was wearing was they wearing the mask on their face?
Yeah. They was like real ninja like.
Oh man, I forgot their names.
The Persians.
Okay, the Persians. All right. Okay.
The Persians infiltrated Egypt and turned it to the Egypt that we know today. That's why the knowledge of Egypt is all mixed up. You know, people think one thing and people think another. And it's all like infiltration is what created the whole classes, races, debate. You know, because people infiltrated lands and thought that they were superior to anybody who was defeated. Like, pretty much. It's like right now, you know, you got like I've actually known somebody who'd experienced this. You got a black sister that I knew, that I actually knew. She was real cool. She went to Africa, right? She was treated like crap. Everybody hated her. Like almost everybody hated her. And the reason why is because they don't see Americans, like they don't see any black man in American, man and woman, as African. They don't see it that way. And I dug deeper into it and I found out that the reason they don't like and not all of them, but the majority, they don't like the American African nation. The reason why, the Afro-American actually. The reason why is because they traded art. You know what I'm saying? I'm part African, so they traded our ancestors.
Wait, hold on. Say this.
And they seeing everybody succeeding.
Say, hold on, Piff. Pineal. No, this is about the topic is about racism. Like, how did it start? You know what I'm saying? And
we can collaborate.
Yeah, like the history of how it started, Sage. Sorry, go ahead, brother.
There are racists that hate. My bad.
No.
There are racists that hate their own race.
Right.
Like I said, you got Africans that hate Afro-Americans because they traded ancestors that they defeated in war and gave them to the Europeans, and they ended up they seen them their predecessors riding cars and bling bling and all that, and they're like, yo man, like what the heck is this? And then they over there suffering. Which, you know, you reap what you sow type stuff, but
right.
Like it's just the truth. Then you got other Africans that are like, yo, welcome home, but they're very rare. And once again, That's why the whole race thing don't matter. You got Europeans that enslaved other Europeans because of class. Like I'm part Irish,
Right.
so yeah, I got a lot of you know what I'm saying. By being a Latino, I have multiple races in me, so I don't pick sides. Like once you hip to what you are, you can't really pick a side. It's like yo, I got black in me, I got white in me, I got Asian in me, I got Indian in me, I got all this stuff in me. Why am I gonna pick a side? I'm gonna pick the reality is that it's all human beings at the end of the day.
That's crazy.
You know?
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's it. That's what. And see, a lot of times when these so-called pro black people be dropping about like the history of their people, they never bring up that their own people sold them into slavery. They never
bring it up.
They never bring that up.
Bring it up.
But your own people sold you out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so here's my question to you, my brother, is if you have melanin in your skin, does that make you better than another nation of people?
No. Because for us who have melanin, right, we're good under the sun. But when we're in the cold areas, we're not good there. And that's people who don't have melanin, that's why they don't have melanin, so that they survive those cold areas, the mountains and stuff. They adapted. We adapted to the heat, they adapted to the cold. But we're all still human beings at the end of the day. Like I wish people would realize that, man. Like race is, first of all, race is a condescending word because race automatically implies that you are in a competition. What's a race?
Right.
When you look at a race, you know what I'm saying?
Right, you're running.
You see a competition between people running to a particular goal.
Right.
Well, what the heck is our goal? To die? Because that's what we're doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
we're killing each other with this race. Man, it's so condescending. Meanwhile, you got people that are multiple races just running things like, yeah, they're idiots. Look at them fighting for skin color. Skin color. Yo, guys, in the chat, think about this for a moment, yo. The biggest problem in the world are skin color, who has the most money, and whose sex is better. That's pretty much the biggest problems that we have in the world. It's childish. When you really think about it, it's undoubtedly childish. Like I'll just keep it at 100.
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's crazy. What? You still there, Pineal?
Yeah. Can they hear me?
Yeah,
they hear me.
It says, but you got more problems like global warming. Yeah, but like Pineal said, but it's all about you sticking. Like they always tell you, stick with your own kind. Like your own nation. It's like because
we have
because I'm not married to a woman of my nation. That means that I'm not keeping my nation strong, or I'm diluting my nation by putting my seed into another woman. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like at the end of the day, we are human beings.
I hate that too, Black Panther.
Yeah, he says I had white people call me the N word.
Yeah, I know how that feels. That it makes your skin curl,
yeah, that's
man. Like,
horrible.
I've been called that by KKK members, so I know. You know what I'm saying? If AJ, if you watching this, you know what I'm talking about, man. You was there, man. That dude said, "I ain't one, I break one. I wanted to break him."
Right.
I wanted to break him, but I didn't. And Karma got him, though. Karma got him. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta let God do the work.
But Black Panther, you gotta understand too that not all Europeans feel that way, and
not at all.
You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
And that's the key. We can't paint everybody with the same brush. Just like when like how the media portrays black people. Every time something happens in the hood, they always portraying black people as this, that, and the third. But we all know that come from that environment that it's hardworking people that live there, law-abiding citizens that work there, but they never talked about. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same. So it's the same thing with Europeans. Is not all of them are prejudiced. Not all of them are racist. Some of them love other nations and people. Some of them are married to other people that's in other nations as well. So we got to take that into consideration. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Dark Side Beat. That's my homie right there. He's a white boy. You know what I'm saying? Like we call each other. You know what I'm saying?
Who? Which
He's
one?
a white man. You know what I'm saying? My Dark Side Beat. That's my homie.
What's up? What's up, Doc? How you doing, brother? How you
we
doing?
never let skin get between us.
Right.
We are two brothers from different mothers, different complexions, different likeness, but we know we see beyond race. We look at the heart. We look at who you are inside. The outside, that's an illusion.
Right.
The outside could be crushed to pieces and your mind could still be active. What race are you then?
You want to read?
You know what I'm saying?
You want to read some comments, Pineal?
Look what Ivan's saying.
Yeah. Let's roll with it because I just missed a lot of things. Somebody said, hold on. I saw. You want to read them or you want me to read them? Like how far?
No. Do your thing. You can read them.
Could have said he just learned that human breaks down to the word high for humanist or humus, meaning from the earth. And man actually means spirit, y'all, meaning God created a spirit in the image of his spirit. Interesting. Black Panther earlier mentioned that he's been called the N-word, and yeah, I know exactly how that feels, man. Your ancestors are inside of you. You could feel your ancestors get pissed off. Like that's the way it's just in your blood. It's just like, yo, I hate that word. You know what I'm saying? But we call each other that, and that's another. But all right, I feel you. All right, like Dark Side Beast just told Panther. I'm sorry that happened, man. As a white person, I can assure you, we don't all think that way. Stay strong, bro. During the dawn. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm telling you right now, I can vouch for Dark Side Beast. Like, I can vouch for him. I'm telling you right now, like, this dude don't have an inch of racism inside of him. We just see each other as brothers. That's it.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I mean, that's all it is. He never cared about race. And that's why I clicked with him, because the way I grew up on some racist stuff. All I heard was the white man is the devil.
Right.
That's all I was hearing.
Right.
And then I was belittled because I was light skinned. So I almost hated everybody growing up. It was like, damn, so I ain't black enough for you, I ain't white enough for you. Like what the heck is going on? You know what I'm saying? Puerto Ricans didn't like me because they was like, oh, you don't act like your race. I'm like, what? How? Like they say you don't act like your color. I'm like, I didn't know a color had a personality, but okay. They really didn't like me.
Right. Yeah, like he said, he says racism is taught, and it's not. Yeah, it's taught. It's not something that. It's not. It's like like I just said earlier, when you have two children, unless you teach them two children, black or white, unless you teach them racism or teach them to hate another nation and people, they're not gonna know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Yeah, you know, it's
Straight
taught.
up.
You know, so
they'll tell you how. Go ahead, partner.
No, go ahead. Drop that.
They'll tell you how the race, like back then, black versus white, but they won't tell you about the Buffalo Soldiers, how white people marched with them. The Buffalo Soldiers were black. They won't tell you how the white people who didn't agree with slavery marched with them. Like, why doesn't anybody bring that up? And I'm going to tell you why. Because divided, we fall. That's all it is. We are easily conquered when we are divided. Plain and simple.
Alwyn says, My question is, do y'all believe that being brought up at a certain place can cause people being racist? No. Is racism is a worldwide situation. It doesn't discriminate on no continent. Wherever you are, you're gonna have people that hate other nations of people. It's just that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? So if you in the UK, it's there. If you in America, it's there. If you in Canada, if you in Africa, if you in the Middle
It's
East,
a tribal instinct.
yeah, it's everywhere.
We were tribes. We were all tribes back in. I mean, way before Sumar and all that. But we all had tribes. So we naturally have a tribal instinct in us. That's like, oh, you ain't a part of my tribe. But then it turns to a color thing. You know, it's just a tribal instinct. Everybody just needs to like just get off their high horse and realize that, yo, we are all flesh and blood. We bleed the same, we breathe the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. We live and we die. Nobody is better than anyone. It's not about being better, it's about getting better. You feel me? I'm gonna read some comments real quick.
Go ahead.
Rock on, Pop, so I look for the comments, man.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
appreciate you so much.
Yeah, do your thing, brother.
I'm trying to see anything regarding the subject. Hold on. Ganja Warrior? Let me see. You just have to judge people in life on how they treat you. Yeah, exactly. And that way you can never have hate to someone because of their race or color. Facts, Ganja Warrior. Facts. Let's see. Christopher. Chris. Bars. Christopher. All right. Right. Not all white people are down with hating black people or any nation. Vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Not all black people hate white people. Like, that's Martin. You know what I'm saying? Martin already fought for that, and the Panthers fought for that. A lot of people think the Panthers are racist. They forget that there was white people in the Black Panthers too, but they don't want to tell you that. They don't want to tell you that.
Yeah.
They don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to keep you divided. What's that joint? That's going on right now. Black Lives Matter.
Right.
The white guy made that.
Exactly.
Don't fall for the okie doke, man. Like, for real.
Hey, to add on to what, it's like this: the powers that be understand if we can be divided by our skin color, then they can control us. But if we come together as humanity and fight against a common enemy that's oppressing us every day with laws, how we live, then we can defeat them. But as long as we stay divided, it will never happen. And they spend I got a book in here called Propaganda. They spend billions of dollars yearly on different vices to keep us separated. A lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So we have to take that into consideration. I'm talking not only with color, but with, like Pineal said, where you live. The have-nots. Exactly, the ones that don't have nothing.
And the have-nots.
Exactly.
Because that's the primary thing that still exists to this day, the haves and the have-nots. The rich, or not all the rich now, it's the same thing with race, not all the rich. I met some good rich people too.
Right.
But the elite, the 1%, they swear they are above everyone else because they had it first, because they went to the person they saw somebody carrying buckets of gold, and they was like, hey, let me hold that gold for you. I'll give you a note that says you own this much gold. Meanwhile, they're keeping the gold.
Yo, you taking it there, brother?
I had to do it. I had to, with racism comes classism and all that stuff. Like, it's just, that's the facts, man.
Exactly, yeah, because they Fort Knox, the Rothschild and the rest of the family took Fort Knox from them. They took the gold from the people, man. They took that,
They took it. They gave us IOU notes.
Exactly. That's worth nothing. It has no value to that John. You know? So we gave up our rights when we gave up our silver and gold. That's the real money. And that's why they killed Gaddafi, because he didn't want this currency no more. He wanted the real value. And they took him out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Like, that's the real problem right there, man. That 1%, man.
Yep.
The ones that feel that they are better, superior. Because I met a rich person once. I actually made a song about her. I met this rich person once, and she didn't even understand the concept of poor, because, like, you know, like how we get the Feed the Poor commercials and all that stuff? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, you get the Feed the Poor.
Right. Yeah. With the sometimes with the African countries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. What he say?
Commercials are banned.
Hold on. What did he say? The brother right there. What did he say? The brother says, "So why aren't white people journalized in the media?" Well, you
Hold on. Get into the whole conversation. He said, I don't get why every time a black person does something, whites generalize and think all black people are like that. But then when okay, so he's asking a question. Go up a little bit.
Hold on. He said, so I don't.
Get his whole question.
So he said, I don't get why every time black persons does something, white generalize and think all black people. Well, that's what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? But not all white people feel that way. Is this is what they want you to feel in the media? They want you to feel like all white people feel that way, but they don't. See, the media play tricks on the masses of the people, and it's their job, because you got to understand who owns the media. The 1%, those rich families, they own the newspapers. So they just trying to basically spin their narrative to keep us divided, and that's why they do that. But not all. Like, I'm married to an Edomite or European right now, and she does not feel that way. You know what I'm saying? And I live with her family for a time period. They didn't feel that way. So it's like sometimes you have to, I would say, get to know people in general, and then you will see, like, not all white people feel that way. Like, not all of them feel like, oh, well, black people are animals and they gangsters and they killers. Is
evolved and all this.
Right. Right. You like the media.
That's a call action.
Right. Like, the media play tricks on us all the time, and like, you have to peep the game to where you understand that, you know, they are basically, all those reporters that you see portraying that are basically puppets anyway. They put a script in front of their face. They say, read this and say this and have this attitude because they want a paycheck. But they don't speak for every European that's in the world right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're only speaking they're only speaking for the 1% that own that network, Fox, all the alphabet news companies that's out there. You know, but go ahead.
If you think that all one race is like that, then you're part of the problem.
Come here and say it though. They can't hear you.
No, just add that. Like,
no, what?
Like, you want to make sure that you're not being
what?
part of the problem.
What? Say what?
Like, thinking that, you know, one
like,
race
yeah,
is
like,
flat out blanking about
what my wife is saying is,
never get caught up into
this.
Like,
what she's saying is, don't get caught up into thinking that all blacks people hate white people, because that's not the case. Don't get caught up in thinking that, and don't get caught up in thinking that all white people hate black people. Don't get caught up in Asians hating other nations people, because then you part of the problem. Because everybody does not feel that way, and this is what we all have to understand. That's in this live right now. In every nation of people, you have scumbags, and then you have decent human beings, and that's in every nation. So don't think that because the media portrays something or don't portray another nation like they portray black people, don't think that all white people look at the news and be like, yeah, they all like, no, they like, man, get the hell out of it, because now all white people are ignorant. They know what's going on. They know how the media plays tricks on the minds of the people. So you can't never think that. And I had to learn that the hard way because a lot of Europeans helped me out in my lifetime, you know what I'm saying, and was good to me, you know what I'm saying? And then once you see that, then you understand that. So don't get caught up into that. You know, go ahead though, bro.
That's factual, man. Like it's just like how they try to it's tactics. It's just like during Black slavery time, 400 years. You got the house slave and you got the field slave. But people never questioned why they did that. They made them go against each other. They wanted you to hate the house slave, but in the field slave. At that day, they both still slaves. They're both still slaves. So it's like, how you think you better if you're both still slaves? You know what I'm saying? Like it's propaganda. It's like in a slang term, they're mind effing you like crazy, like for real. It's a mind game. It's always been a mind game, man. That stuff is not natural. The race thing never mattered. It never mattered. And for people who think that the light skins were the only house slaves, do your research. They were both complexions of slaves in the house. It wasn't just light-skinned people. Same thing with the field. It wasn't just dark-skinned people. Stop falling for the okie doke.
No.
Straight up, man. I'm sorry I'm being tough on y'all, man. It's just tough love, man.
It's the truth,
tough
though.
love.
It's the truth. It's the truth. They need to hear that, and it's sad that we live in a society to where everything should be based on what people manifest and not be based upon color. And so he said, so y'all can call the cops or shoot. I don't understand your question.
So they
Black
can
Panther.
call the cops or shoot you. It might be too much something else. But one thing that I will say that I can understand that anybody who's familiar with Brownsville, but I'm sure that all hoods are like this, but Brownsville is literally nothing but miles of projects. Nothing. You go down to the street corner, you get your groceries, you got your little Family Dollar, you got your grocery store. Everything is literally within walking distance. So the only thing that you see for the most part, now the Jews are coming in and stuff like that, but and whites actually, but for the most part years ago, you would only see people that shared your same skin color. So if you were never around white people, I can understand that your perspective of them is based upon what you see on TV or whatever, because you've never actually been closely involved with them. So I can understand how such hate can happen. I understand that because you're not around it. You know what I mean? Like a lot of like Pops used to be like pro-black all the way, just like that woman was. And he's completely the opposite now, but his environment, he never left Brownsville, Brooklyn. Like that was his stomping grounds. And that's all you see. So you're not around other people, other races. You don't know. You don't know how they are.
Right.
And you only know what's put in front of you.
And what Say said, hold on. Let me go.
And that's because of the whole segregation thing.
Right.
They did that on purpose.
Exactly.
You know?
So I can understand how it happened, but we have to be strong enough not to allow that to rule over and be bigger to overcome and not be so shallow.
Say says, here's the comment. He says, but I don't care because I know. He says I know everyone was different, and I like that because to me it's fun meeting different colors of people with different cultures and other things. Yeah, it's like my thing is it's like this. Anybody gonna sit here and say this, right? If you a man or female, and we all have seen in every culture attractive people. I have seen Asian women that was gorgeous. Like, man, if I had a shot at her, or I seen Latino women, or I seen black women all my life in my neighborhood that was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And cute. It's like this. What are you going to do? Deny your feelings and say, well, she's not of my nation. but she's feeling you, you feeling her, and she could be Asian, and but you black. I'm getting with her because I'm attracted to her, and she attracted to me, and me and her spending time with each other, and it's like, yo, I love her now, and she love me, and that's what it be. That's what it should be based upon, not about skin color. Because at the end of the day, no nation of people is strong just because we all come together and be one. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have problems at the end of the day. Not one race of people can sit here and point the finger and say, well, my nation is cleaner than yours. Is drug addicts in every nation? Is pedophiles? Is rapists? Is murderers? In every nation of people.
Every nation.
And it did not start in America. It's been like this since the beginning of time. So let's stop here. Let's stop all the, like, Africans was warring against each other in Africa. All you gotta do is just read certain books. So anyway, man, go ahead, brother.
It's facts. That's facts, man. That's hardcore facts.
It's
right
crazy,
there,
man.
To this day, they still warring. Like, it's still people, other countries still warring that they are part of the same race. There's Arabs that fight with each other that's of the same, they are the same race. Blacks that fight with each other, the same race. Whites that fight with each other, same race. Right. It's like, it's really not about race. It's about territorialism. That's the word that I'm looking for right there. Everybody wants their territory. Everybody wants to mark their territory and say, I claim this land in the name of this. And then they look at a particular way, and people automatically assume that this person represents anybody who looks that way. You know, like, it's a form of psychology that we really need to deprogram out of ourselves in order to progress and grow out of. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna develop any better if we stay stuck in the past. Like, straight up, we're not gonna grow if we keep living like, acting like a bunch of, I can't even say children, because even children don't care about race. So it's like, we're just acting like a bunch of fools when it comes to this race stuff, man.
Right.
Like,
he says, what's the brother name right there?
Smitty or
no, the one below him. Lucas.
Luxter Gamer.
Yeah, he said, do you?
Luxter Gamer, probably.
Yeah, he said, what do you guys think of people saying ancient Egypt was actually like, I mean, yeah, you can answer that, Piff. I mean, Pineal.
There are, you know, I'm gonna call you Lux.
Yeah, Lux, yeah.
You know, there were 3 Egypts, right? There were actually 3 Egypts, and the first one was actually ruled by a female. A lot of people don't know that. There were actually 3 Egypts, and the only thing that mattered in Egypt was whose blood was of Horus, the sun god, the Ra, you know, the son of Horus.
Yeah, Amen Ra, you talking
excuse me, the other way around. Horus, the son of Ra. Anybody who was of that bloodline was considered superior. But anybody who wasn't, if you wasn't a pharaoh, they didn't care if you were black, white, green. They didn't care about your complexion. You were a peasant to them. You were a slave. You were building their pyramids. So, again, the race thing didn't matter. That was a class thing. It was a class thing. And to this day, they still keep stuff in that bloodline. That's the bloodline that we've been dealing with since ancient times. These people have been keeping that bloodline going because they believe that a sun god exists in this bloodline. That's the truth.
That's crazy.
And that's why Masonry has, you know, the Illuminati or whatever. That's why they have pyramids with the pyramids. That's Egypt. Meanwhile, but everybody's saying, oh, they're white and this and that. Okay, well, they're representing Egypt. So it couldn't have been a black. It couldn't have been a black thing. Couldn't have been a white thing. It was just people who wanted to overpower other people. That's all it was, man. No problem.
Yo, Luke, you ever read that book called Stolen Legacy? Check that book out if you haven't read that book about the Stolen Legacy. The Egyptians taught the Greeks, and the Greeks the Romans. Yeah, read that book. It tells you that
Exactly.
it tells you that the Egyptians had servants. They had like basically basically what you have today, like servants always been a way of life. You know what I'm saying? It always been that way. You know what I'm saying? Like even in the scriptures, when you hear about the Hebrews, they had man servants and maiden servants. It always been that way. The Father set it up that way. That's how it is. But only now, I'm not saying that what our ancestors went through 400 years ago coming here wasn't horrible, because it was. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, it was
really horrible.
yeah, it was real horrible
Yeah.
what they did. You know what I'm saying? And I would never take that away from our pain and suffering and struggle. I'm never going to take that away. But we also have to understand that not every European was for that way of life. Some of them fought
Right.
against that and wasn't for that. But when you tell the pro-black people that, they don't care about that. They like, I don't, so what? You feel what I'm saying? They're not our people anyway. Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, that's how they see it.
You know?
That's exactly how they see it. And they're a part of the problem, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're a part of the problem because of that tribalism. Like, they feel like it's just whatever looks like them is the only thing that matters. But look, man, we all in the same world. People, like, there are over 7 billion of us. How can you make it about you? There's over 7 billion people in the world. What makes you think that you stand out above anybody else? Like, let's kick the facts here.
It's crazy.
A lot of people, man.
Yeah, it's a lot.
From all races, all ethnicities, like all cultures. And they all fed from each other and traded from each other. They all got something from each other. Eventually it got territorial. I don't want to trade sheep for cows no more. You know what? I got hunters. Let's use those hunters to kill this dude and just take his cows.
Exactly. Right. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh man. But now I have no problem with black people that want to date black people. I have no problem with that. If you want to marry a woman from around your way, I'm cool with that. But don't knock somebody else that want to broaden their horizons and marry
They don't have a problem with
a European or Asian or Latino or Arab, whatever. That's they if that's who they fall in love with, they don't see they just see that this is a woman or this is a man. Not every, like me and Pineal was talking about this earlier. I was just saying that not everybody's marrying somebody because they want to move up in a corporate ladder, or the person is rich, or they are a weak individual. I mean, at the end of the day, these people exist that they just fall in love with somebody. That happens. You know what I'm saying? Like that happens. But some people do marry because of those reasons too. So it's a two-way street with that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like to prejudge on nobody's personal affairs with whoever they dealing with, because I don't know. So I'm not gonna assume this person is marrying somebody because of this and because of that. I'm stereotyping you. You know what I'm saying? If I do that, so I'm not gonna do that because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's not my business. Whoever marries who. You know what I'm saying? It's not my business. I don't own that person. What is it?
You know what it is though? Is that when people marry other races, it ends race. Like pretty much, it basically, the mixed race is a threat to the separation tactics that's going on right now. Like it's such a threat to them because it's like if everybody was mixed race won't matter no more. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a threat. People are so caught up on their complexion that if let's say 50 years from now a certain race a complexion didn't exist, they would find that offensive if they was to see that, like through a looking glass or something like that. Like they would find it such offensive. It's like, yo, they're humans. At the end of the day, they're still people. It's like, who cares about the skin color? Like it's still people. At least people's still there. You know, like that's what people need to realize.
Right.
The people who survive are still people at the end of the day.
Right.
Now, if the 1% are the only ones that survive, that's a problem because anybody that comes after is gonna go through the same thing. Same thing.
Well, you guys want to hear something that's kind of crazy? That I was talking about this with my older daughter just a couple of hours ago. She works at Dunkin' Donuts. My older daughter, when you look at her, she can pass as not being mixed. Like she
can.
She's very dark. Yeah, you haven't even like
seen her.
So
I think I saw an image like an old image.
Yeah, she's online, but she works at Dunkin' Donuts, and my so-called sister is her boss. They work at Dunkin' Donuts, and a couple weeks ago, my daughter was talking about her boyfriend having a hard time getting a job, like in the way that he's treated at jobs, like upstate. It's a lot of whites and stuff like that. So she was speaking about that at her job. My daughter was, and a customer overheard her talking about that. Just, about what he's going through and stuff like that. That he wants to find another job before he leaves his job because he's sick of the way that they treat him at his job. So the customer comes in the other day and says to my sister, who is my daughter's boss, "Did you fire that racist girl yet?"
Wow. So she didn't know. So she didn't know that was her niece.
Now my sister's white, of course, just like me, and she says, "Who are you talking about? My niece who is mixed with white?"
Wow. So
yes.
So what she say? What she said?
The customer was basically speechless.
Wow. You see that? Like that's
exactly.
That's crazy.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you never know who's who and what's what.
And what's what? Exactly. And, but they say that it wasn't her family, but your sister's views could have been different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Her views could have been.
It could have went either way.
Right.
But crazy. When he said it to my sister started laughing.
Like you.
What? Like, are you talking about what I'm doing? Like you talking about?
This world is people. It's I'm saying about. It's like it's. Oh man, read some of the comments. Pineal, because they saying a lot. They saying a lot in here. They saying a whole lot. Sorry, y'all.
They saying a whole lot. I don't even know where to start.
Ganja said. Hold on. Let me start. Ganja said rat infested streets near me.
Right.
But
okay.
You go to the city center, you would get arrested for throwing a cigarette butt. Cause you know why? Cause you downtown. They don't play that downtown. He says, Ganja, you can throw away at the city if the people want to. It says, Ganja said, I look at all different coaches in here, chilling. That makes us all be different. Cool. Yeah, exactly. Because we all different. We all come from different, backgrounds. We all from some of us is mixed, some of us is not. But this is what the brother is saying, that we need to, kill all that racism by coming together. And by coming together, all nations got to do that. And the ones that don't, then don't come. We don't need you. We don't want you anyway. We don't want you anyway. Exactly.
Well, they just gonna end up destroying each other, and it's sad, but it's true. Like they're gonna be so caught up on the differences that they're just gonna end up destroying each other, while people are actually realizing that is they thinking outside the box, aka the flesh, that it's not that big of a deal, you know. Like we got bigger problems to solve.
Yeah, to be worrying about. Exactly. Alwyn says people
Color, man.
people gotta
Crazy.
respect. Yeah, Alwyn says people gotta respect each other before judging somebody. I mean, someone. Exactly. Exactly. Piff says there's nothing wrong with being a servant, but people begin to use servants by force instead of by willingness. Exactly. It says that was the devil who infiltrated everything. Men, people don't like to hear that cause. Exactly. That's true. That's definitely true.
But we've done so well not recognizing the spiritual element of all war and separation of humanity.
Right.
The spiritual aspect.
Right.
Yeah.
Talk about that, Pop.
Like
What? He said what?
The spiritual side of all of this.
Yeah, I
he's
mean,
saying that
they don't. I mean, they don't understand and see the spiritual side is difficult. Piff for a lot of people. To it because is levels to it, and it's sometimes it's complicated because you used to dealing with things in a carnal way, you know, through your emotions, you know, and your environment and where you come from. So looking at it in a spiritual way sometimes it's kind of like, you know, they like, nah, I don't see that. You know, we see that, but they don't see that. You know, but it's definitely a spiritual war. You know what I'm saying? Right now in front of your eyes, whether if you believe it or not, demonic spirits that's ripping and running in the earth that you can't physically see because they travel on a different frequency than we do. You know what I'm saying? But anytime you see somebody, like anytime you see somebody committing a certain act, like they hating somebody, they killing somebody, they are addicted to drugs or this strife, what you're seeing is a living manifestation of a demonic spirit. You know.
I see the somebody just left, so I figured that was gonna happen. But let me break it down to y'all scientifically. You know what I'm saying? Like in science, you have they're actually studying about dimensions, especially if you look into CERN. And a dimension is nothing but a different measurement of reality. So scientifically, it has already been stated that there is only a 0.1% chance that the things that we imagine aren't real. Therefore, anything that we can think of as far as it could be a freaking cartoon character, it's somewhere out there, basically. So spirit, even though you can't see it, is just another layer. That's all it is. It's another layer that it exists in a different dimension. So the moment you realize that, it doesn't become that complex of a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, if some people want a logical explanation, that's my logical explanation. Spirit is another layer. Just like infrared has a layer, just like ultraviolet has a layer, you can't see it with your eyes. Spirit, it has a layer. We didn't get to see it yet, but some of us can. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you can. But that's all that is. Like, we're not trying to, you know, nobody's trying to spook you out or anything like that. You hear the word spirit and people go crazy. But yeah, like the racial situation, man, like that's all it is. It's just separatism. That's all it is. Classism became a form of, oh, he looks like that. All right, well, I guess that anybody that looks like that is inferior. Anybody that looks like that goes or should be treated that way. Like, that's all it was. Misconception and prejudice as well. Like, if you're not used to seeing something, you're gonna feel it's gonna be foreign to you. But you can get along with it if you try. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get along with it. Because to this day, anything that's foreign, we bug out.
Right.
Like, oh, yo, we don't eat that out here. Like there's people who actually complain about other countries eating cats and dogs. But then the other countries are like, well, to you, the cats and dogs are what you call chicken, we see as a cat or a dog. So
All right, peace.
people are too,
Peace.
yeah, they're caught up on their own bias, man. Like they're just too caught up on their own bias to realize it's a misconception of perception. That's what it is.
Peace, Alwyn. Peace, brother. All right, shalom, man. Have a good one, man.
Peace, Alan.
We see you. Hopefully, we see you on Friday, brother. Yeah. So, to switch gears, let me let me ask you a question though on this one. Everybody hang out.
Yeah.
Everybody hang out. Don't go nowhere.
Peace, dark. Oh, peace, dark side beat.
Peace,
yeah,
dog.
You gotta work. You gotta work.
Peace, but thank you for coming, brother. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. So let's switch gears for a second.
Yeah.
Is it possible for the nations and people to come together to unite to fight this common enemy that we have? Is it a chance? Do we have some type of hope with that, or we just need to worry about the people that want to come together and do some powerful things while we have the opportunity?
I feel like it's better to try and fail than to not try at all.
Mm-hmm.
So like I feel like it's worth trying it, but at the same time, like once if it doesn't go down, like that's where you just like, you know what, we tried and y'all want to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, y'all want to keep it like that? All right, cool. Then that's when people just gonna have to just let people be, man. After that, that's it, because the 1% they don't even want to be found. You can't find these guys. Like, where the heck are they? Like, I mean,
the underground
they could be
bunkers.
anywhere.
They in them underground bunkers a lot of times. You know what I mean? In mansions.
Some of them are,
like they in the mansions far out nowhere.
Untouchable.
He said.
So
he said not in
the
our
way you
lifetime.
touch them, huh?
He said the brother said not in our lifetime.
Yeah. But as long as we have that mentality, it won't be in our lifetime. That's one thing that I want to address to people. Every time you say that something's impossible, you manifest that impossibility. Like, we really gotta get over the whole thing of if we see somebody speaking out against the system, oh, he's gonna die. No, how about he's gonna live? How about that? How about we put our energies into keeping people alive instead of having them dying? You know what I'm saying? Because we do that, and we're actually just as responsible for killing them as the people that killed them.
Right.
We could provoke that. Just by thinking that, we could provoke that, man.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I'm actually saying to listen, though. Oh, Darkside said he's actually saying to listen, though. I was just saying
peace. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I thought he was
that's
out.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, I thought he was out.
We appreciate you, man.
He said,
yeah.
He said what? He said, Pops, you gotta save that for a stream. What, DeMonte, what I gotta save? No, it's all good. No, it's all good. It's all good, dog.
You good.
He said,
yeah, man.
Yeah, but like he said though, is sometimes the people that's talking against the injustices of this world, we gotta stop putting death on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that brother better stop talking like that. They gonna kill him. Like, why would you even say that? You know what I mean? It's like, why would you even say that? Like, we gotta stop doing that.
I mean, I get we're used to seeing them die and stuff, but like I keep telling people, man.
I seen that. Yeah, I seen that, Piff.
People say like they're willing to die for stuff. I'm like, I'm willing to live. Like I ain't about to blaze of glory. The blaze of glory, you could die and not see who wins. I'm about to wave a victory. I'm here to. I want to be victorious. I
Yeah.
don't want to freaking just be gone and not find out who won. You know what I'm saying? Like not know if my my efforts were in vain or if I actually did something. You know what I'm saying? Like people you like that's the ones that end up dying in the war because it's like they go in there to die. Like come on, man. Like you gotta the ones that want to live. Those are the ones who win. Those are the ones who survive the war.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So hold on,
The
hold
ones
on.
that's like, yo, man.
Let me read this. He says, what picture that you send, Black Panther? I don't know what picture what picture? He says, I saw a picture. Demonte says, he was talking about the underground bunker. Oh yeah. We can get into that too one day. The underground bunkers. Oh yeah. They got them joints.
Oh yeah.
Them joints exist.
They got one. They got one for Lil Wayne. He already put in money. He pretty much said, "F my fans. I'm going to underground bunker. The underworld come in. I'm gonna be saved." Like, pretty much.
That's what he think.
He don't care about his fans.
That's what he think. He think he gonna be safe. Nigga,
Yeah.
he thinks
Them
so.
underground bunkers don't melt. That's what's gonna happen.
Exactly.
Come on, pure metal. They're gonna end up melting. Ooh man. Ooh, I just pictured like, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Americans like humans is always obsessed with death. It's just like it's like when somebody died, all of a sudden they sad and like they talk about it.
And then the 1 year anniversary comes and they talk
But
about it again.
nah, but not even that. 2 weeks, like after the person died, 2 weeks is over. They ain't thinking about the person
Right,
anymore.
until 1 year later, then you rehashing them same feelings. all
Yeah,
over again
yeah,
1
that's
year
true.
later, celebrating an anniversary.
Yeah. That's true.
Who they said was gonna die? They said that one dude, the one that's always dancing, the from White Chicks or whatever the heck his name. What's his name, man?
Who?
I always forget his name.
you talking about the Wayne brothers?
Nah, the buff dude, man. Buffy the White Girl Slayer, that dude. What the heck is his name?
What is his
my
name?
god. The big dude, man. Hey, Piff, what's that dude's name, man? From White Chicks and from America's Got Talent and all that stuff, man. the one that actually was talking about Hollywood, how he was sexually assaulted by his own manager. And
Oh
all
yeah. What's his name? His name is something. Oh yeah. Cruz.
Terry Crews.
Yeah, Terry Crews. Yeah.
Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Everybody, they said he was gonna die. I was like the only person in the comments said he's gonna live. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sick of y'all saying everybody who exposed is gonna live. You know, I mean, he's gonna die. Like I'm sick and tired of y'all saying that everybody who exposed somebody, exposed these guys is gonna die.
Yeah, he exposed that joint though.
Like, but you know, he actually, I think that was his initiation. But you know, that's another story. But hopefully it wasn't. Hopefully we actually got somebody that lives.
Yeah, he spoke out. He spoke out, Piff. But at the end of the day, you know,
he did speak out, man.
Yeah, like we don't know if it was real or not. You know what I'm saying? We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. Yeah.
Now I'll tell you one thing: Family Tabletop gonna live. Aaliyah's Precious Life gonna live. Straight up, man.
And y'all gonna
Pioneer
live too.
1990 gonna live.
Yeah.
I don't know already.
Yeah, like everybody in
Died.
here. Everybody live. Yeah, like everybody else is gonna live too. Exactly. Hello. What's up, Vera? What's up, brother? How you doing today, brother? Glad to see you here.
Vera.
What's up, brother?
Yeah, man. Like it's about the victory. I don't care about the glory. I want the victory. Like,
exactly. They said about Nick Cannon when he said he was going to finish Nipsey Hussle documentary. Yeah.
Yo, they trying to use Nipsey for all kinds of agendas now, but meanwhile, when he was alive, none of this was spoken about. Like I ain't hear none of this.
Yeah.
I didn't even. I found out about Nipsey through Piff because Piff actually met Nipsey way before he was famous. You know what I'm saying? Like way before he blew up.
Oh, for real?
So
That's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of these, like, I'm just like, you know, like, this dude, like, that's old, you know what I'm saying? Old Jesus, like, he old school to me. But it's like, all these movements and stuff that they throwing out, like, I don't feel like they could carry on what he was doing. I don't feel like that.
Yeah.
Because they're just gonna, what they're gonna do is they're gonna pervert it. They're gonna make it corrupt.
Right.
Trust me, guys.
Like everything else that they do. You know what I'm saying? For the most part.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for the most part, that's what they do. Like,
Unless it's somebody that's willing to lose their life, just like willing to risk their life, I'll say, not lose their life, risk their life, so at least you have a chance of surviving.
yeah.
Unless there's somebody that's willing to do that, they ain't gonna, like, I see them basically just using him for clout. They clout chasing.
Right. Yeah, cause that was the trending thing at that particular point. You know what I'm saying? Nipsey. Yeah. I was there too.
But before that, I ain't hear nothing about it. Like,
right.
before he passed, I didn't hear nothing about him. I didn't even know he was still making music. Like, for real. Like, I didn't hear nothing.
Me either, right.
But as soon as he passed, everybody's like throwing out, you know, his movement and all this. I'm just like, but you wasn't talking about that thing before. You know what I'm saying? Like why do you? Like, what the heck? Why somebody gotta die for you to carry on? Like for you to put their legacy, their movement. Like, why they gotta die? Like, why you can't be there marching with them when they're doing something positive?
Right. I peace, Ganja, man. Peace, brother. Thank you for coming, brother.
Ganja, man.
No, I'm saying peace, brother. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming, man. Come again,
love,
man.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Come again. Like to me, I think that whole situation with him, he says everyone, including Dr. Sebi, got killed for promoting him. Yeah. Like, I think that situation with Nipsey was more of, they were trying to scare people. They basically, like, it was a mixture of different things. But they don't want people, especially from the inner cities, to, you know, think business, come back to their communities and clean their communities up. They don't want that. You know, like, they want you to because basically, right now, when you go into the inner cities right now, it's other nations of people that have their businesses in our neighborhoods. It's not really us that have our businesses in our neighborhood. Like we might have a barber shop, but we don't have banks. We don't have food markets. We don't have like our own car washes, our own laundromats. It's basically owned by other nations of people. That's not basically, I would say, our color. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, you know, that's one of the major problems I think that black people have is they need to get like in every neighborhood of other nations of people, they have their own businesses. When you go into the Asian communities, it's their businesses. When you go into the Arab communities, the Indians, the Jews, they have their own businesses. We the only ones that don't have our own businesses, but a barbershop. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's a problem. You know?
Right. Instead of complaining about who has and who doesn't, just how about just building, getting it yourself, or creating something totally different. Like, why everybody always want to have what somebody else has?
Yeah, Black Wall Street. Yeah, Black Wall Street. You know? But y'all know the history about Black Wall Street though? I saw something that'll turn your head. No, I mean the Black Wall Street. This joint is
Wall Street itself.
He says the Bank of America is actually a true name for Italian banking. Oh yeah. It says us building businesses and starting our communities.
It's crazy. I mean, yeah, there are like in certain areas there are races that are more superior when it comes to finances and stuff in those particular areas. But then you got other areas where the opposite happens. You know, like right. So it's like it's don't don't view the whole world the way you see one person that you're so used to being around. You know?
He said us building businesses and starting in our communities would affect the economy. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't affect the economy. No, it wouldn't. Know why? Because when you understand the money system, no, the money system all goes to the 1% anyway. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Wahlbergs, it's their money, it's their currency. So it's not affecting it. You know what I'm saying? It's their money circulating in our community that goes back to them anyway. When you understand the dollar has liens on it, it has debt on it, and it's their currency. So it actually will be helping them out at the end of the day. It will not affect them at all because it's their money.
Like, you know, there are, you know, particular, like, people keep mixing this up. Like, they keep thinking all white people are just like these people, like the Anglo-Saxons that, you know, like Rothschild, they're like Anglo-Saxons or whatever. Mm-hmm. And they don't even like other white people.
Right.
Like, so it's like the whole business thing, like, that's something that people should do just in general to create a foundation. You know, me, honestly, I'm just, like, beyond stuff like that. Like, I be thinking on another level. But, you know, like, as far as on the worldly level, create a business because of business reasons, not racial reasons.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the
if
key.
you're doing it for race,
right.
It's just like, it's kind of pointless. It's like, that's not what business is about. You know, me actually taking part in actually being a salesman. It's not about what you sell. It's about how you sell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, when people try to build a business based on something, it really don't matter. It's how you sell it at the end of the day.
Right.
It's the business that matters.
Yeah. He says, I'm planning on getting out the matrix. Yeah, that's gonna be very difficult. You know what I'm saying? It's not impossible, but it's gonna be difficult to do that. You know, he says.
Right now would be your best time if you want to be off the grid.
Do it now.
You do it now.
Exactly.
Do it now. Learn about the people that do it. You got to start off with $10,000 because you're gonna need food and you're gonna need water. To run your own water, you're gonna need $10,000 to just to start your first month of running your own water. Yeah, I looked into this stuff, man. You know, or you can go to Australia. If you have a passport and whatnot, you can go to Australia and you can look into earthships. Earthships are basically homes that exist under the ground, natural homes. They're beautiful. I've seen them. They're actually pretty beautiful. Like, they're amazing. Made out of things that people take for granted.
Piff said, BK said, Piff said, this prison planet ATM, yeah. Ain't go, but soon it ain't going right now, certain stores is not even dealing with cash no more. They over here, like, if you don't got a credit card, then you can't even come up in there. Like, certain stores starting to do that now. So they, you know, like, they gearing up for that. So, you know, like, it's basic, they want everything digital. You know what I mean? Like, they gonna do it slowly but surely. You know,
China. China uses their cell phones to pay for everything.
Wow.
China they don't have paper money no more. They look at America and they just like, y'all stuck in the past. Like, that's how they feel. Like, they just like, yo, like, we're way past money. Like, they use their cell phones to pay everything. Like, everything.
The brother said exactly. He said the money is used, is gold isn't truly ours. Yeah, but at one point we had gold, we had silver.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we had
we
that.
Were duped.
Yeah. I mean, like, we was duped into, but we was duped, but the people that was in government sold the American people out, or sold the masses of the people out all across the world with this toxic currency that we have. That money that you got in your pocket is worth nothing. Zero.
It's illegal.
tender.
Yep.
It's an IOU note. It says this note. This note
That's all
is
it is.
legal tender. Like it's telling you, it's an IOU note. It's you stating that, but then it's like you don't have anything to back that IOU note up with. So that's proof right there that it's not value to you. Like you getting all these things. We're in debt. The more we buy, the more in debt we actually become. Believe it or not. Like
That's true.
it's crazy, man. The way they do this, I feel sorry for a lot of rich people because they buy a lot of stuff with an IOU note. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't got gold, them cash of gold people, they're genius.
Yep.
Genius.
That's all I'm saying.
They
So
knew
when
what they were doing.
so that's what I'm saying. So when you understand that this currency, what it is and what it's about, it's like nigga talking about they free. What you bugging out? You ain't free. You a slave to this joint. You is a slave out here. So people walk around like that's why I always say.
Anyway,
Huh? What he said?
anyway.
Yeah. Oh, he said what? You
I
had
was
some dope.
just agreeing with
Oh
you.
yeah. So is when you be sitting on your high horse, when people be sitting on their high horse and feeling themselves like, you know what I'm saying? You know, I got the knowledge. You know, I'm God. You know, I'm a goddess and all the other stuff. I laugh at that. It's actually comical to me. You dig what I'm saying? Because you I got an exposed DVD, and one of the Zionists, he had an interview with this white supremacist, and he's basically telling the white supremacist that
Exactly, Drake.
the masses of the people are goyim. They are slaves to the 1%, and he had no problem saying that on video. He said the Federal Reserve note versus the silver certificate we use to be able to trade in silver. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, but we get birth certificates. Once your parent sign that birth certificate,
Where's the money? Where's the new gold?
It's not there. So you know what I'm saying. So you gotta understand that. Like this money is, and then on top of it, they can print that money out of thin air. All of a sudden they got a damn $1 billion they pushing the economy. Get the hell out of here. Get out of here. This stuff is crazy, man. This is crazy.
Yeah,
The courts,
man.
the court system is nothing but bankrupt courts to constantly keep taking money from you over and over. They create laws to keep taking money from you, to keep you in debt, to keep you poor. You know what I'm saying?
Even if you're rich.
Exactly. You coming out your pocket.
You wealthy, that's one thing. But if you're rich, you with us, man. You right here with us. I don't remember what movie it was that I was seeing though, but it was this one part that made me do some research, man. They was playing golf, and this one dude was like, "Yeah, you know, like I'm inspired. You know what I'm saying? You guys are very successful. You guys get a lot of money." Telling all the other people playing golf with him, you know, like one day I'm gonna reach your level. And the dude looked at him and he chuckled, and he's just like, "You don't get to reach our level. So you think by making money or owning your business, you get to reach our level? No, you're always gonna stay at your level, no matter what you do."
Exactly. That's cold right there. That's cold blooded.
I was like, damn.
It's cold what? Like yeah, yo. Now everybody, partner. Did you see it? Now everybody over here bragging about Jay-Z's a billionaire now. That nigga ain't no damn billionaire, man. How you can't?
Jay-Z's career, everything that he's ever done. Y'all want to know what Jay-Z is worth to these guys? Jay-Z is worth a handshake with Bill Gates. That's it. That is his whole career. A handshake with Bill Gates. That is his value to them.
No,
the end. That's Jay-Z. That's it. That's why he in that album before 44 or whatever, before that, he was all pissed off and stuff because he realized that he betrayed his own people for nothing. And then he try to act pro-black and all of that. Like,
Yeah.
nah, bro, you already,
Yeah, you
like,
already.
you already, yeah.
It's
You chose
over.
this side. You chose the 1%. We don't care what you know what I'm saying. The race don't matter. The race thing don't matter. And you damn sure chose the 1% side because you thought that they had a pure victory. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
He said he
I like the old Jay-Z. I don't like, after 99 Problems, Jay-Z died. That's what he made that video for. He told you.
I ain't
You know
like
what I'm saying? Like,
I like the
not that.
I like the Hard Knock Life. That was it for me right there. I ain't really after that. It was just like okay.
Classic. But yeah, it's like once you these guys, it's just like the Bohemian Grove. Like they be worshiping this big owl, and they're all the owl, this, and the owl literally speaks. You know what I'm saying? Somebody speaks to the owl and says, "I spit on your ritual." They don't care about their own freaking peace, their own worshipers. Like I spit on you. Like you're lollygagging and dancing, you sacrificing for me. I spit on you. That's exactly how the 1% feel when Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying, sell out his. I mean, in this case, he sold out his own culture for to get rich. You know, like in this particular case, it was a rich thing plan.
Yeah, he said Drake said as soon as Leon Cohen got next to him, he turned left. Yeah. He said Pip said the love of money. Yeah, is how you gonna love something that have no value? How you gonna love something that can't free you from the 1% control? It's like, no. You gotta cling on to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And follow righteousness. It's like right now we at a standstill right now, right? Everybody in here is trying to get better. Is trying to live better. But we have to do it in a timely fashion. You know what I'm saying? This is the time to learn much as you can and apply it to your life as fast as you can, because when that hammer drops, and I always say that when that hammer drops, if you're not prepared for it, it's going to be like the thief in the night, like the Lord says. It's just going to hit you, and it's nothing you're going to be able to do at that particular point because you're not prepared. See, we worrying about trying to do this and go to school and I'm not knocking none of that. Going to school or trying to educate yourself or trying to do like trying to start a business, but always keep this in the front of your mind. They can turn the lights out on us on any day they want to.
And they did in 2023. They did in 2003.
Exactly.
They shut our lights off.
Exactly. And all that you planned for is now none and void now. It's useless. It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, you need to be doing both. Definitely take care of your family, support your family, but at the same time, prepare yourself for the worst, because it's going to get bad out here. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get bad. And I'm going to talk about that offline because it's certain things that we can't talk online because, because the powers that be or whatever, but is certain things that you have to learn, but it can't be online. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's just, I don't want to be, I don't want to be, me like getting people, marked and or followed or whatever the freak, you know what I'm saying? So offline.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. Know exactly what you mean. Yeah, it's just some information that is dangerous to have, man, and you can't share it with certain people because they ain't ready for the aftermath, the aftershock. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So to be honest,
who said in 2020 people are going to show their true color? Oh, cause he said 2020 people are going to show their true colors. I mean, shoot, I already experienced what's gonna happen in 2020, which is, man, like this is the end game. Like 2020 is end game. Like we're at the pinnacle. Like we're at the apex point because 10 years after that, they said they want to have by 2030, they want all the countries to have a national ID. And I know people from Asia, I know people from other countries, and they're already dealing with national ID. They don't care about your race.
Right.
They don't give a damn about your race, man. They want to control you. They want absolute power.
Right.
And in 2020, the real ID form. Anybody who doesn't have a real ID is going to be considered an illegal immigrant.
Right.
Now, it's just like, for me, I'll put it like this. That's not honestly, that's not a big concern to me, because we have chips in our phones, we have chips in our watches, we have chips in our consoles, we have chips in our TV, aka the V chip. If this is something else, it's not that big of a deal to me.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's inside, like when they start telling you to put it inside of you, that's where you find out who's really who.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
I'm not getting a real ID. I already have, I unfortunately have a passport, and it actually already came with a freaking chip in it. So I'm pretty disappointed about that. But you can block, at least the thing with the passport is at least you can block that chip. The real ID, it's open.
Right.
Somebody can hack you instantly. Like, somebody can actually hack you through your ID card, which is not safe at all. Like, you talking about everybody's gonna have a chip ID in them that can monitor and listen. They could be able to listen to what you're doing. They could be able to track you down and all this stuff.
Right.
But at least you could throw it away. You can always throw that away. You know what I'm saying? By October 2020, you know, if they catch you without it, though, they're gonna consider you illegal immigrant. So you can either play the game, or at that point you could just say, "Yo, the gloves is off. Let's do this now. Let's get the hell out of here, or let's start marching now." Or you could wait till the chip becomes the implant, and then make your choice. For me, I'm just like, man, like I'm ready to just do something now, for real. Like I don't want to wait. I hate last minute.
What's
stuff,
the
man. Like,
what's the secret? What's the secret, Sage, about the chip? What's the secret about
I know all about that chip, man.
Yeah, like,
We freestyling now, by the way.
Yeah,
Just
we just
letting y'all know,
freestyling,
we freestyling. The concept is already complete.
exactly. It's
Make sure you go back and check it.
no. He said no. He said no. I was watching this yet. I was watching it.
Yeah, I'm here for the chip. I'll tell you everything that chip could do.
Yeah.
That thing is evil.
Yo,
y'all want to know about the chip? Look up the research of Yale University, Jose Delgado. That's the man's research that they use to create the Veritas RFID created by Digital Angel.
right, Demonte. Yeah, they do. Yeah, Demonte. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but my thing is this. Like my thing is this. It's like
Sure.
for us to have a community of like-minded people, to have allies with each other, to have a unity with each other, to survive, to lean on each other for support, is we have to get right, man. We have to be able to trust each other. We have to have love and respect for each other. We have to have that. If we don't have that, if I can't trust you, I don't want to be around you in those times. I just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And like, this is bigger than just me and my family. This is going to affect the world. You feel what I'm saying? This is going to affect everybody.
And it's your chip, you can't be trusted.
Exactly. Once you, but Gado, but like he's about to say, if you get chipped up with that joint, you ain't my brother.
Like,
you my
inside
enemy.
of you.
Yeah, you my
If
enemy.
it's inside of you, you're pretty much the Walking Dead. Like, if you put that chip in you, it's one thing if you got it in your ID. Like I said, it's in our phones right now. It's one thing if you got it in a device that you could toss somewhere.
But when you put it inside of you, what happens is the chip sends a signal to the hypothalamus region of your brain, which is the rhythm maker. It basically controls the rhythms of your brain. Meaning, if they turn a switch to make you go, let's say, act like a savage, boom, turn the switch, savage mode. I don't like the way this guy's acting around my chipling over here. Savage mode. Damn, this dude would just freaking tear you apart right there. Nah, I'm not gonna wait for you to tear me apart. I'm sorry. That's not happening. And you can see the experiments with the cats and dogs and the monkeys that Jose Delgado used to create this whole chip experience that people don't even know is like right around the corner, man. We've been talking about this for years.
Yeah.
Years, man.
So and then on top of that, we got children. Like some of us got children. Like you gonna let these people
Exactly.
chip your children? Like you crazy? That's to go to school.
You know,
and nah, like no. You're not putting nothing inside my body to track me. Where I go, what I spend, what I do. It's none of your damn business. And if anybody allows this government to do that to you, then you need to be destroyed. You dig?
You already killed yourself.
You know what I'm saying?
You give up your will when you get that chip in you, man. And you know, biblically, you know, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I got my own path, but I am hip to the Bible. And biblically, that would be the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
Like that's basically what it is.
Exactly.
I can't deny that one. It's obvious. But,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Hitler did it to the Jews.
Yep.
He actually had them have a mark.
Yep.
And then what he did, he persecuted them.
Yep.
Same thing in Rome. They had a mark. Caesar had a mark. Persecuted. You know what I'm saying? Like, they all, like, this is not new. It's more advanced now, but it's not new.
Yeah. And all the people that want to eat, you know, they want to be able to survive in society. They gonna take that jump. They gonna voluntarily take it. You know what I'm saying? Like so, it's like I said before. If you want to be tracked, you want to be listened to, you want to be controlled, then take it. If you don't, then you gonna have to man up and have to deal with whatever comes with not taking the mark. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking it. Hey, I refuse. I don't care if my kinfolk take the mark. I'm sorry, but I'm not taking that, John. I mean, like when you really think about them putting a microchip inside your body, man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
You can't. And then if you take it out of you, you're pretty much dead. That's in your system. It becomes a part of you. It's transhumanism. Man. It becomes a part of your body.
That's crazy.
Like you can't take it out of you.
Wow.
Like it's stuck in you. They want it in the clavicle area of the kids. They want it in the right hand of males. Of adults. Like they already got this stuff. I mean, they put it in your face every day. I know it's hard to take that information, but trust me, it's better to get it from us than to find out the hard way. I'm just saying.
Word.
Yeah.
Like this stuff is serious, man. You know what I'm saying? So
people that don't know, they're gonna present it to them as a good thing.
Yeah,
like
it's
gonna benefit them.
Right,
They're not gonna tell you all the stuff that
you can't negotiate with these guys.
Yeah, you can't. It
You
ain't
can't negotiate.
Yeah, you
You
can't.
can't negotiate with people who do stuff like that, man.
Yeah, you can't.
What you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna tell them? Like, oh, it's inhumane. Homie, we've been doing inhumane for thousands of years. like we don't care. Like, that's basically what they'll look at you and be like, now dance, peasant. Entertain me. Think about what I'm doing to you right now. That's how they feel.
So it's like, when ribs start touching, you know, in the hood, when you trying to get that paper, he said my ribs is touching. You know, when people need food to eat, they're gonna be like, yo, well, whatever, I gotta eat, so I'm gonna take the mark. I mean, yeah, do what you gotta do. But like I said before, that is not that is not civilized for you to be putting an electrical situation inside your body to where it affects your whole makeup, your whole being. That's crazy.
Yeah, your whole algorithm.
Man.
That's why they call it RFID. RF means radio frequency. If that's not saying enough, I don't know what is. Radio frequency, like a satellite, like when you listen to music and it alters your mood. Imagine that being inside of you 24/7. This is what they're gonna advertise though. This is what they're gonna advertise. You'll be able to look at Google through the side of your eyes. You'll be able to look at someone and say, hey, I know you. You live at so-and-so street, this and that. Oh, your wife and kids are, your wife's doing this, your kids are doing that. They're gonna make them feel like God.
Yup.
Basically.
The mindset, it's
Rappers, I feel like they don't use rappers to promote that joint. Because everybody listens to a rapper.
Oh well, I listen. I'll be the first one. To do a reaction that a rapper trying to promote that. I'm gonna bang on that nigga. Straight bang on him.
I want to be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna bang on him. Get the hell out of here. Bringing the information out and all that. I'm gonna straight go ham on that dude. You crazy? I'm letting you know flat out.
Yo, I could see it now, pop dude, like a dude with a team that got the platinum tip. I got my platinum tip, y'all, yeah. I could just see it.
Like it's cool. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I'm ready.
All the little kids like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Y'all some haters. You guys are just old heads.
Listen, I guess I am a hater because if you think I'm gonna put something in my body that's gonna affect me all the way, you have to be out of your mind. I can't do that. I don't like to.
Like I said, if y'all don't believe it, if y'all don't believe it, Jose Delgado, Yale University, look him up, learn his stuff. He got video too. He got video, so y'all won't be able to deny it. He got video from like the freaking, what is it, the 40s? It's like freaking long time ago that this dude, like he's late when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah, be like Cat's been late with that, John. It's like, please, like this is probably one of the last. This is probably one of the last like.
They ready to put it out.
Yeah,
they
did
ready.
all
their testing.
They ready to go. They ready to.
Everything is put into place already.
Yeah, they ready to
they
go.
Don't make moves for no reason.
Like they ready to handle that. Put that out there ASAP. Like, yeah. You crazy?
I ain't getting that. They already got people using their fingerprints at work and all that. They're warming you up to this. They want to see how much authority they have over you. That's why they got the real ID.
Amazon got these certain stores where you don't even have to go to the cash register. You just zoom out the door with your cart filled with groceries, and it automatically cashes you out. And how convenient is that? When you got 30 kids and you got a grocery filled with groceries, and you ain't got a lot of time, and your kids are crying, just go and everything will be taken care of.
They always making stuff seem like it's so wonderful. This is so wonderful.
Yeah.
Get the freak out of here. There ain't nothing wonderful about this, John.
They made the Note 7 look wonderful too. It started wonderfully blowing up, having them blowing blow up on people.
It's crazy.
It ain't always pretty, man. Like it ain't always pretty.
Yo,
you get ready.
Look, here's one thing, and let me read this one thing, and I'm not getting into the scriptures right now, but since we talking about the mark, this is Revelation 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 scores. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gonna be able to buy or sell. you ain't gonna be able to do nothing. You can't
And
go
it's
into
already starting.
exactly. You can't go on no
If you don't
airplane.
have-
No, like
They want to learn the hard way, Pop.
yeah.
They want to learn the hard way because they don't realize that whether you like this information or not, next year, October 2020, you will get, you're going to be, this is, right now you have a choice. You can have a real ID or not. And there are already people snitching. I already dealt with a snitch. Oh, you don't have a real ID, then your ID is not real. Like freaking cab driver almost took me out of his drive. So, cab. I'm like, yo, it's not 2020 yet. You need to chill out. I mean, yo, freaking cab driver, dude. Yeah, like, I know it sucks, but this is the reality of it. It's gonna suck more when they take you by surprise and you find out that because you don't got a real ID, you can't freaking file your taxes. Now you've worked all these hours, all these months, maybe even a year or whatever, and you can't file your taxes. You can't get your income tax. You know what I'm saying? Because it's federal. You can't do anything federal without the real ID. So that's a warm up for the chip. Like there's actually some states where you can't even freaking buy certain things at the grocery store without it.
Good night, Jay.
Like,
all right, brother. Peace, brother.
Who's that?
Jay Go.
The combo guys got it. Oh, Jay Go. Yeah. Much love, Jay Go. Yeah, that's a female.
He said, Demonte said, I know about this since 2011. Yeah. I know about it a little bit. I know about it since the 80s because not the 80s. Since the 90s when the 5%ers used to have the lessons and they was talking about the year 2G all the time and talking about the mark of the beast and all that. So like around 94, 95, I learned about that joint. Yeah. So.
Well, what people need to realize is that what we're talking right now, this is not a conspiracy theory or anything like that. You can go to your local DMV right now, and they will give you a paper that tells you that you need to by 2020 you have to have the real ID. They'll tell you directly. They'll ask you when you go to update your ID or get a new ID. They will ask you, would you like a real ID? Because they have right now they can ask you, but on 2020 October, you will be forced basically to have the real ID. Like they're gonna basically say you have to get it. It's the law. If you don't get it, you don't have an ID. You're an illegal immigrant, and you know what they do with illegal immigrants.
Exactly.
Don't believe me? Go to the DMV.
Lock you up. They're gonna lock you up and put you in a camp. But you a citizen in this country. How they gonna put a citizen in this country because he don't want to be tracked and followed. So a lot of people are going to have to make the most toughest decision in their life. It's coming. This is where you're gonna see.
Already,
this is where you're gonna see. Yo, right here. Yo, listen. This is where you're gonna see who really about this and who really not. Who been perpetrating the fraud and who really been keeping it real. You about to see right now. It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
So
it's been around since 2005. Like I said, it started with the passports. Like it started with the damn passports. And they say that you don't have to get a real ID if you have a passport. So I'm like, damn. Like I don't even know what to do when it comes to that. I'm just like, I already have a freaking passport. So I'm just like, what the hell is it's like I already have it. Like it's freaking crazy. Like they just, hey, surprise, the passport has a chip in it. I'm just like, what the freak is this? Like what? I'm trying to get out the country. You trying to put a tracking device on my passport?
Crazy.
Oh hell nah, man.
Yeah, it's like, come on, like.
Ooh.
I don't it's like that's not even constitutional to be tracking where you be going. Like they got the tracking stuff in the cars too. That's how they be finding people cars that be getting stolen and all that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Putting the tracking in the cars too. That's another thing. It's like, man, but the masses of the people don't care. It's like they go with anything. They so asleep that these people could pass a law and then they wake up the next day and be like, yo, when that happened? Like, nigga, you been asleep. That's why you ain't been paying attention, because you been worried about being lit all the goddamn time. You know? It's crazy, man. So, it's about to get real out here. It's about to get real in the field, baby. It's about to get real.
We're at level 1. We're basically at the end game, level 1, basically. Like it's gonna be bad. After, like, it's gonna get bad, but this ain't the worst. No. This is not the worst. Like, this is just the beginning. I mean, I have this debate. Dark Side, I know you. If you hear, we talked about this. You know, like we had this discussion. It's like there's an option. It's like right now you could play the game because it's not in you, and just wait to the point that it comes in you. But I'm like, the thing is that I don't want to wait till I see the plane coming. No offense to people who passed on 9/11. I don't want to wait to see the plane coming when I had somebody basically telling me the whole time that, a plane's going to hit this building. Like, I'd rather be out the building before that plane comes in. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
I'm ready to leave now. I'm ready to just start now, like, for real. Like, I don't care about waiting till October 2020 and all this stuff. Like, I'm ready to get this going now. Just let this system, this whole thing go now. And it sucks when if you got to do that alone, you know what I'm saying? So it is good that we are, I guess, getting our ducks in a row, as they say.
Right. DeMonte said, I think about the economy crash. Man, if that happens, it's gonna be crazy if that happens. You know, it's like you talking about chaos in the streets. You know, people gonna be looting because they know that the dollar is no longer in effect. And the first thing people do is they're gonna panic because now you can't go into a store with money no more and buy anything because the dollar is nothing. So what they're gonna do? They're gonna start looting. They're gonna start rioting. That's what they're gonna start doing. And then then what's gonna happen?
They're still collateral. Huh? Even the people that get the chip, that's the thing. The people that get the chip, they think that this is gonna be hunky-dory, like they be saying. Like, no, even if you get the chip, you're still collateral.
Exactly.
They don't give a damn. Like, they don't care about you. You are a pet to them. You're like an experiment, a lab rat. They don't care about you. Whether you with them or not, they'll spit on you. Like, just like that owl, they'll spit on us. I spit on your sacrifice. I spit on your ritual. Even though the ritual is dedicated to that owl, to their own freaking mascot. The one that Drake uses on his thing, the Bohemian Grove owl.
Right. Yeah. He said, Christopher says, like the food short thing we talked about. Yeah. Once that, like, me and my family went through it with Sandy, man, and how people ain't have gas. I can imagine people without no food, man. That's a whole nother level, man. That's another monster right there. You talking about no food? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's crazy. Said Pip said the Avengers are actually a symbol for the fallen angels, right? The rebellious humans and the villains that like the it is like that, right? But I'm so but but Piff, I'm so gone with the all this simple stuff. You know what I mean? It's to the point now. It's just like it's just time to do now. Like Pineal said, it's just time now. You know what I mean? It's time to link in and learn much as we can as fast as we can to really do what we got to do, because like he said, when it happens, if you are unprepared, then you're unprepared. You know what I mean? And that's your fault. We can't blame nothing on nobody else. If you are unprepared, if you don't have a survival pack, the knapsack with food and like you don't know how to survive out in the wilderness just to get away from what's going on, then you are doomed if you don't have people with you. When that happens, it's going to be a scary, lonely situation, because even the scripture says that even the righteous, when they see the thing that's going to happen in the earth, they going to be scared. That's how crazy it's going to be here. You know what I'm saying? Who said it? I think it was Amos. He said in the scriptures, he says it's going to be like you fleeing from a bear and you meet a lion. That's how bad it's going to be out this joint. Metaphorically, he was saying that. You know what I'm saying? So it's about handling your business and taking care of what you got to take care of. You know what I'm saying? Is we on the internet, but at the end of the day, me and my peoples is trying to handle some stuff so we could get, you know, what we got to get. And you know what I'm saying?
Outside of that, because this is temporary, y'all.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah. He said when they start looting and when they send the martial law, and picture this. You see martial law do the videos, but take it to the ninth power on this John. When them soldiers be kicking in people doors in, they gonna be straight killing niggas. They not gonna be freaking like they gonna be killing you. You know what I mean? It's gonna be straight out all that slaughter. And they can easily say, oh, they had a gun, yada, yada, yada. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's going to be. It's going to be straight up and down slaughter out here. And they're going to have to explain that they had a gun. Exactly. So if you're not right with the Creator, if you're not prepared spiritually, mentally, and physically, you're going to lose. You are just going to be a victim. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be a victim. So this is the time, y'all. This is the time. I know y'all got dreams and aspirations, but they're about to come to an end real soon. You dig? I don't listen. I don't care about you.
It ain't through us.
Yeah, like I don't care. Like I don't care about you.
You could get you getting mad at us because we telling you, but it's like, yo, get mad at them. We're giving you the information. We're not the ones that's bringing the damn thing out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're the ones that's making these laws and stuff. Right now, we could all, everybody in the chat could get everybody that they know, and we could all actually boycott the real ID. We could boycott it. Like we could basically say no, and we could delay it even more because it's been delayed since 2005 October. If you look at the map, all the real ID compliant states, like now, even this island that I thought was safe is real ID compliant now.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So it's like it's only like 3 more states left that are not real ID compliant.
Wow.
3 more, dude. Like
that's crazy.
It's like they knew what they was doing with this whole October thing, man. In October.
So hold up. So it's not this October. It's the October of
2020.
2020. All right. Okay.
Yeah, October. We got over a year. We got over a year to get things right.
Yo, listen. Yo, y'all hear what Pineal just said? He said, yo, you got 1 year to handle your business. 1 year.
Yeah.
If you choke in 1 year, I'm sorry, cause when he said that hit home to me. We got to handle.
Yeah, man.
We got to handle business.
We got to handle business. That's good. Like I said, you can either adapt until the chip actually, so they say, hey, put this in your body, or you can just say, well, why wait? Why wait till they get to that point? Why? What is the point of waiting till the chip gets in your arm and all this stuff? Even if it's 20 years from now, if it's in the ID already, it's telling you, hey, we're almost here. We got the chip in the card now. We're almost here.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's telling you, like they're telling you, like, yo, knock knock, right? We're right at your door. Like who, like I don't want to wait until the chip, the implant, the implant inside of the body is a thing. Because when people start running away at that time, guess what? They're expecting that. So do it in advance. they gonna ban every freaking flight everywhere. Like, oh, by the way, oh, you ain't getting away. We know. Like,
Now, Demonte, nah, they ain't no. Luckily, they not. Nah, it ain't gonna be no delay on this joint. It's going through. That joint going through. It's going through heavy. Yeah.
ain't no
It's
more
time to stop
delaying
playing
like that.
and get to work. Exactly, Cam. It's time for that. This is the time now. So whatever your weakness, is, you better make them strong. You know what I'm saying? You better. I got like I said before, I'm not gonna talk about it on here, but I'm just trying to round up brothers that's really about this, and sisters that's really about this, cause you know what I'm saying, and we have to strategize, and because it's so much information that's out there for survival, what you need. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so much, but we can't talk about this on the live. Like this have to be damn near top secret type of vibe. You dig? I'm talking about, you know what I mean? Like,
Confidential.
yeah, because it's like you can't be saying, I mean, what you gonna do? Your plan? I don't know. Not online. You crazy?
No, because there's probably a Judas somewhere sitting in the chat. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful. Like, hell no. What is it? Don't catch your pearls before swine.
Yeah. Like it's like the Lord was telling his
That's
disciples. Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know who's in there.
Yeah. Who's who?
They be
right.
having their agents, man. They be having their agents.
Right. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You know, so I said I can only talk in person, even then be worried. I feel you, sir. Yeah, it's the truth. But it's so many videos out there about like I watch these brothers they talking about the end times and all that stuff. I forgot they named it, but the next time I'm in the chat, I'm gonna post a channel up so you can check them out. Like these dudes,
Chris.
yeah, like these dudes. It's time to talk is over. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's like it's over. This is the time now to handle your business, because you talking about your life here. You talking about your family, your children. It's like they will take your children away from you. You feel what I'm saying? Without no hesitation.
They'll use them against you. Like, hey, you know, if you get some chips, you know, your kid gets to eat. You know, they're gonna use your heart against you. But it's like, if you get some chips, they are not even children anymore.
Right.
That's how deep this is.
Right. You know, so it's
like, they basically dead. It can be changed at any given moment. If you want to speak of it in biblical terms, basically that shit is like putting a demon inside of you willingly.
Right.
Basically.
Right.
Like,
right. It's like that's what it is. That's what it is. It's like you basically, you know what I mean? Like, you know, putting yourself in the position. It's like just to eat or just to live comfortably, but you're not really living comfortably. You know what I'm saying? You're not.
You ain't even living.
Yeah, you're not even living. You know what I mean? So it's the time. So I mean, if anybody in the chat, man, we ain't trying to scare you. If you new here, but this is reality. This is real. This is not fantasy land. This is real. This is really gonna go down. You know, really gonna go down in the earth. So, we got it. I'm about to start doing a Bible class. If anybody interested in that, you got to get spiritual. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody is into that, they want to get right with the Most High, they want to stop living foul and living in sin, then you welcome. You know what I'm saying? And then we can build on that. You know what I'm saying? But I can't deal with an individual that's not trying to fix himself. You have to fix yourself. It's certain things that you do. It's certain attitude that you have. It's certain behavior that I cannot be accustomed to, because you will be
dangerous.
Like, you will be dangerous in that time. You know what I'm saying? So if something if God forbid something happened to me, my family gonna still be with your goddamn ass. I can't have that. You dig what I'm saying? I can't have that. Yeah. I can't have that. Like, you know, like, you really gotta think about, if you die in the process, at least you know that your family is cool with your brothers and sisters that's still living. You feel what I'm saying? So it's real, man. This ain't nothing to play with. This is real. And if anybody know the history about the Hebrews, when they was chased out of Jerusalem in 70 AD, they was scattered all through the other nations, hiding underground and all that. The Romans was after them heavy. Now me read the book from Babylon to Timbuktu. All the believers that was in Christ, they was chased all through different nations of people. You know what I'm saying? Like the same thing that we dealing with, what we about to deal with right now. So like this stuff is like it's nothing new under the sun. All this stuff is just history repeating itself all over again. You know what I mean? So
it's getting more advanced.
Yeah.
It's more advanced now.
Satan know his time is short, and he's coming full fledged. He ain't playing no games. Everybody gonna have to either get down or lay down. That's how he on it. Straight up. That's how he on it.
Pretty much. Pretty much. That's pretty much what it is.
That's how he on it. Get down or lay down. That's it.
Oh man.
No.
If you walk a different path, like, because I mean, me, like the thing that me and Pop do is like we walk different paths, but we are aware that we have the same enemy and we have the same morals and values. You know, like, so we work with each other.
Right.
So if you have different beliefs and stuff, and you have morals and values, it'll work. If you have empathy, it'll work. Like, because you'll be able to work with other people. But if you just about you and you don't got no kind of morals and values at all, like, man, you got a lot of work to do in a very short time, man. That's all I got.
Exactly.
Very
Yeah.
short time.
Yeah.
Man.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's time is now. It's just like, you know what I mean? And I don't know everything. And I don't front like I do. You know what I'm saying? He said, Cam said, because the carnal mind leads to death. Yup, exactly what it do. Like, how you gonna be with a nigga? How you gonna be with a nigga that still lies, that still cheats, that still is conniving?
Yeah, nah.
Like how you gonna be with a person at that time?
They
Like,
use some vices.
yeah,
They're using vices against you.
yeah, you can't. Nah, I can't. I can't mess with you. It's just like the Most High telling you in the spirit, like, you like, listen, yo, pops, like, listen, today, no eating today. I need you to fast for like 2 days. I need you to chill, and in 2 days, I'm gonna make sure that you get some food. That's how it's gonna be, man. It's gonna be like that. Some days you may have to, like, you might have food on you, but you might have to chill on that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, but like, you don't know what's gonna happen, but you just gotta
Might have to learn how to eat without eating.
exactly.
Like,
You know what I'm
real,
saying?
like learn how to, like, literally, like, I mean, not to speak on evolution like monkeys and all that, but just evolve, like grow yourself out of these habits. Literally transform yourself to the point where you probably won't even need food because your faith is just that strong. Because
Right.
I do believe in faith.
Right.
You know, like,
Right.
faith can make you do some wonderful things, man. Tiff already know what I'm talking about, man.
Right.
When you believe you can do something, you
Right.
just do it.
But if you,
Like,
yeah, but if you
believe it enough, you can achieve it.
exactly, but if you over here still dipping and dabbing into carnality, it's not gonna work.
Yeah,
it's not gonna.
Let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, you got to roll out. I can't. Yo, listen, it was nice. I'll be like, listen, brother, it was nice knowing you, brother, but this ain't gonna work. You dig? Like, this ain't gonna work for us. It's like, this ain't. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's but I'm getting my information together with all that, man, and you know, soon we gonna see what's what. We gonna see another thing. We gonna see who's who. That's another thing.
That's gonna be wow. That's gonna be sad.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna see who's who. You know what I'm saying? Cause
that's gonna be sad.
you know,
man.
at the end of the day, like, we gotta people gonna have to really choose. You know, the worldly life or the spiritual lifestyle. It has to be that way, because I have to be able to trust people, and if I can't trust you, then I can't deal with you in that type. I can't go off somewhere with an individual I can't trust. I can't do that. That's suicide. You know what I'm saying?
That is.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, the scripture says too that it's gonna get so bad where people gonna be eating other people. Niggas gonna turn into freaking carnivores over here. Start eating other human beings. That's how bad it's gonna get. Like you talking about no food.
Wow, that's tough, yo.
Yeah, you talking about no food. Come on. First is looting. Good night. Good night. First is people looting in people's stores, and then after the food is going in the supermarkets, they coming in your house because you got food over there. Yeah, like let's check our next door neighbor house, but we ain't gonna go in there. Not we gonna go in there and kick the door down, and just take their job. And then after that happens, what's gonna happen after that? Oh well, I'm starving now. My wife looking like a piece of chicken over here. I'm gonna start eating her. I'm gonna kill her. Yeah. So if you ain't in the
I'm appreciating my struggles right now. You make me appreciate my struggles.
Yeah.
I know how to deal with some hunger, man. I know how to deal with some hunger.
So if you ain't in the right frame of mind, you know what I'm saying? I can't do it. I can't do it. I just can't. And so the whole topic tonight was talking about color. So this is deeper than color.
Don't matter.
Yeah, like this is deeper than color. This is a spiritual war that we in, and this is a spiritual battle for your soul. So I advise everybody to just, research much as they can, apply it, and bring it to this live, and we gonna see how far we gonna go with this. You know what I'm saying? Because right now it's about weeding out who's about this and who's not. You know what I'm saying? Who really want to make a difference? You know what I'm saying? Like this is what this is about right now. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta fight in survival chance right now instead of waiting to the last minute when by the last minute we should already have our establishment set up. We should already be somewhere, ready for whatever.
Right.
That's how I want it. That's what I want. I'll freaking leave this apartment right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I've done it before.
Right.
That's how I ended up in the situation. That's how I ended up meeting another. You know what I mean? That's how I ended up getting this joint. I left another one. I was like, oh no, I'm not dealing with it. Like y'all overdoing it.
Right. That's crazy.
Like,
that's true, Piff. That's true, Piff. That's very true. That's very true. That's definitely.
Father, children, etc. More than me is not worthy of me.
That's very true.
It's you and him, or you are on your own.
Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah. So I'm about to end it, man. Yo, I appreciate the brother. You know what I'm saying?
No problem, man. I'm honored. I appreciate the appreciation.
You know what I'm saying? Coming in here, dropping that information. So everybody in here understands that this is bigger than just color. Don't let your complexion define you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't let it define you. Just because you have melanin in your skin don't mean you better. Just because you are European don't make that you better. It's your actions that make you a better human being. Your actions, what you manifest. You know what I'm saying? That's what's important at the end of the day. Skin color has nothing to do with it, because the Most High don't view us as color. He look at another soul being foul and nasty. That's all he based everything upon. Before I go, he says before I go, keep me in prayer. Okay. Who said that? Hold on, let me go back.
All right, Miss Dosana.
Okay.
We got you.
Do you want me to say a prayer for you, my sister? Babe, come here for a second, babe.
Yeah. He'll say one right now for you. You good. He got that bird. The bird. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, sure. Okay, Damaris. Matter of fact, yeah. So this, dear Heavenly Father, we come to you humbly in the name of your Son, Yeshua's name. We just ask you, Father, to just bless each and every one of us with your spirit, with your character, to where we can manifest your righteousness in this earth. Help us to be forgiven for the things that we have done, the things that we have said, the things that we have imagined in our minds, the wicked thoughts, the wicked actions, the wicked things that we have said to each other that may offended you, Father. We ask you to forgive us and have mercy upon each and every one of us, and shed your spirit so where we can manifest the light to the world, to where we can be a light to others. So just humble us and edify us through your spirit, Father. Bless us to have no fear, but to trust in you and believe in you, and comfort us in these times, Father. Bless the sister to whatever she's dealing with, to heal her heart, to just give her what she needs to just be strong in you, Father, and to strengthen her where she's weak, Father. And whatever she's dealing with, just bless her to overcome anything that she's dealing with, where she comes out with it righteously, Father. Bless each and every one of us that's in this chat tonight, Father. Just with your spirit, just help us to wake each other up, because like we know the time is short, Father. So help us to just act and to plan and to strategize on how to be closer to you through your spirit, and just give us what we need to overcome the attacks of the enemy and what's going to happen in this world, Father. So just give us the tools, give us your knowledge, give us your wisdom, give us your understanding through your spirit, to where we can be a vessel that you can use in this earth, Father. But we ask you this in the name of your Son, Christ's name. So be it. Thank y'all, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody in the chat, man.
Can Pineal, any information that you wanna give to link with people, advertise yourself and put your stuff out there?
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. My social media, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and also here on YouTube. Everything is Pineal 1990. I make it simple. Like you'll find me by the same name everywhere. As far as the Pineal 1990. As far as music goes, I'll put it in the chat so y'all don't get the spelling wrong. MIC-X. Mike X. You can look me up on reverbnation.com/Mike X. You can listen to music there and also on that tip, or you could just go to any video regarding Mike X. You will see that there's a link that will direct you straight to the music. Some old, they're all old to me by now, but the messages on many are still strong. Apologize if you hear any not profanity, but just like explicit language, because at the time I was younger. But I've always had a message to bring, even in my darkest moments. Like, that's the truth. I appreciate y'all for letting me do that. I ain't think about that.
If anybody needs any art he does, or artwork, tell him about your artwork. Everything that you do, Pineal.
Yeah, but before you say that, thank you, Dre, for that. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, that was a good prayer.
Yeah. Good. Damaris, I appreciate you, my sister. You know, I appreciate you. You know, we're gonna start having Bible study soon. So you know what I'm saying. We just getting ready to get started with that real soon. So you know what I mean. So like you welcome to that. You know what I'm saying. Real soon, yeah.
I think she'll like that.
Yeah.
I think she'll love that.
I really starting the Bible study. Oh, yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Thank you, my sister. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Thank you guys for I know that a lot of people in here, we all have different beliefs, but you know, we would never deny our beliefs, so they just kind of travel with us to this channel. And we never like even thought that we would have people that would be this interested in like really a Bible study, because you know we don't want to shove this down nobody's throat, but the Most High is definitely moving through us, and a lot more things are going to be coming, you know. So
So it's this, man. We appreciate y'all, man, as well, and we need y'all. You know what I'm saying? But we need y'all in a different way. Like we need y'all as spiritual brothers and sisters that we can lean on. For like encouragement, for prayer, for just to have a shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Like we all need that, because sometimes we don't have that with our family. You know what I'm saying? And we need each other, because this is it here. This is the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? With like 2 minutes on the clock. This is it. You know what I'm saying? So we got to do what we got to do now, and get what we got to get now, because tomorrow is not promised for nobody. You know what I'm saying? And like we got to seize this moment. Because if you get caught out there slipping, that's it. That's it. So it's real. But go ahead, Pineal. Drop your information on
yeah,
your.
I don't think that people understand like a lot of the stuff that you do, Pineal.
Yeah.
I know a lot of stuff. All right. Well, I appreciate you for reminding me. I'm a man of many talents. Like if you go to the Instagram, you will see a lot of artwork. My own creations, some fan art. I also I promote people. If you are a good artist, I'm a I critique. I'm just letting you know. If you could spit good, if you could sing good, if you really putting out a powerful message, no matter what that message is, as long as it's like something positive, you know what I'm saying? Don't overwhelm me with just one thing though. Like I don't want to just hear about one thing over and over and over again. Like just give me powerful messages, and I can basically promote you on my YouTube channel. You give me the links and stuff, and I will add you as a promotional feature on the YouTube channel so that you can be heard. Because it's not about me. Like honestly, if I had a choice right now, I would be doing something totally different. Like it's just right now. This is just something that I'm doing to occupy my time, and I want to help people shine. That's just always been my thing,
Right.
The artwork on Instagram, I would hope, God willing, I will hope that I'm able to make some, like bring out an animation or something one day, but I don't really I don't dwell on it too much. Like I do have books that I'm writing, but I don't really dwell on it too much because I just feel like things are about to get too heavy for me to even be focused on that. I'm just keeping one on it.
Right.
But yeah, right now, ReverbNation.com. I can't put links in here, right? The night bot will just cut it off one day.
Will it, Leah? He could put in a link. Can you put in a link? Can you put in a link or no?
Here, I'll make you a mod so you can put it in there. Real quick.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We appreciate y'all, man. For what I'm saying, for showing up.
I could do this though.
No, go ahead. Put it in there now.
1990.
You can put links in there now. Go ahead.
Oh, I could put links?
Yeah.
All right, word. All right.
Yeah. Pineal, he did our what's it, emojis?
Yeah, the emotes.
Yeah, the emotes. Yeah. Like he hooked us up with that. Talented brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Talented brother, man. I appreciate everybody that's in here, man. And appreciate I was able to catch it. Yeah, man. Yeah, sir, man. We appreciate you, brother. You know what I'm saying, for coming in here, man. Cam, brother Cam, Christopher, DeMonte in the building. You know what I'm saying, the sister. But I'm a huh? All right, I got you. I got you. If anybody else is want to co-host with me on the podcast, you this contact Aaliyah on her social media. If you want to talk about something, then just contact Aaliyah through her social media, and the same way how Pineal was just hosting with me, I'll let another brother or another sister host with me. So anything you want to talk about, anything that you want to bring to the table, let me know. You know what I'm saying? But all I say is bring that information with you when you come, brother and sisters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just come with
Man,
that knowledge.
this is great.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
come with
good.
that
Hey,
knowledge.
I'm your first. Hey,
Yeah.
I appreciate.
Yeah.
I appreciate. Like, I actually got to be the first guest, man. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna hold on to that one.
Yeah. I'm gonna give everybody a chance to come in here and co-host, man. So if you got anything you want to talk about, anything that you want to bring, any valid information to the live, you know what I'm saying, the experiences, whatever, just come on through, man. This is
I'm
Pineal.
got the power now. This guy.
Oh yeah, very. Here you go. You see? Yeah, why you got a troll? He's a troll, man. You know this guy like, get out of here, man.
Like, I ain't even. Nah, I'm a
man.
guardian. I'm not. I'm a guardian. Like,
Vera, you could
I'm here
be
to support.
exactly. You
I'm here
know.
to represent family table talk. You know what I'm saying? We're all family table talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here to represent, man.
He said,
Like,
Chris said, what's up?
I don't do that clout chasing stuff, man. That ain't my thing,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, my sister. So if you want to come in and share your experiences, you know, like you could co-host, you know what I'm saying, with us and you know, drop whatever you want to drop. You know, your life experiences, the Most High, anything about what's going on, you know, in the world. Just email Aaliyah and
That's
we
a
can do
strong
that.
testimony.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, the testimony that Tiff gotta say, we gonna be talking for hours after the stream.
I just want to share my experience. Oh yeah, fam, you know that. You know I got you. You know what I'm saying? You know, so one at a time. Like everybody gets a shot. You know, like everybody get a shot. It ain't about just me and me dropping it. It's about everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to the brother Pineal for me hosting it. He says it's going to my turn the whole comedy show. Devontae crazy. Like it don't gotta be serious. It can just be, you know, something regular. You know, raw talk, but you know, yeah, man.
Yeah, we'll talk with that, man. Like I said, it's different POVs,
This is our
man,
adjustment,
and
24 hours.
it's dangerous. It's not as dangerous for you, but it's dangerous.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. She said
24 years, dang.
24 years clean. Oh, that's beautiful.
That's great.
That's beautiful, my
Yeah.
sister. That's beautiful. That's a blessing. You know, that's a blessing. Yeah, it's yeah, you know, we all have different, you know, like we all have different vices and different things that we go through, you know. So that's a blessing that you've been clean for 24 years. That's a blessing. All praises due to the Most High. Yep. All praises due. Yep. That's a blessing, man. Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all coming through. Shout out to my co-host tonight, Pineal, my brother. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, all glory to the Lord. Say exactly. You know what I mean? So shalom, everybody. Have a good night. You know, have a good night.
Shalom, y'all.
Shalom.
Much love.
All right, y'all. Peace.